Well, we're having this conversation now in October 2014. What's the liquidity in the marketplace now generally, and how have things improved over the last 2 or 3 years?
Oh, the experience in Portugal has been a very interesting one. Being in the real estate business, our experience going into the crisis was almost as if someone had flicked a switch. The economy came to a standstill. But most certainly towards the tail end of 2011, as the positive reports started coming out of Troika, which was the organization appointed to supervise the recovery of Portugal, the economy did already start to move. You initially felt it in the most simplest of ways. You felt coffee shops. Portuguese have a wonderful coffee culture. You felt that coffee shops were busier, restaurants started to be busier, so you started to feel this positive movement in the economy. Going into 2012, the market already started to move. Programs like this have helped a lot. The growth or the improvement in the economy hasn't been directly as a result of this program, because really, in the big scheme of things, this forms a very small part of that strategy. But what we have seen is certainly in the last year or two, and certainly in the last 18 months, we've seen a lot more cranes appearing, new developments going. Probably not on the scale that we saw in 2006, 2007, a lot smaller buildings where developers were more inclined to build, let's say, for argument's sake, 100 units. Today they'll be closer to 25, 30 units. Kind of being conservative, feeling the market, because at the end of the day, I always say it's people that move an economy. It's people that make an economy grow. And these people feel, well, let's take these small steps. Let's start to move. So in all the areas, we're already seeing a lot of the improvement has been quite dramatic on the ground. The impact for the local economies, because often people focus so much on the program, the residents, the investment, and all of these things. They don't realize the impact that this has in the local economy. There's a study that's been done that they say that for every one job created in construction, and I'm sure this applies to other industries as well, for every one job created in construction, there are another 10 jobs created. So it affects the man down the road in the coffee shop, it affects the restaurant, it affects the local building supplier, it affects the little web designer who now has a new client that he can design websites for. So the impact on the ground we have seen, most companies, certainly in our sector, will tell you that a good 50% of the staff that they're currently carrying as we are today were probably unemployed a year ago. So the impact socially is a very